Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go to match up with the Detroit Lions.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? 5-9. 56, right there, 56. Too low, cut. Big ass. 12. Kill. Big dad.
And he'll give it here to his running back. That's the 50. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Mike 56, Mike 53.
Breeze now on first down. That's complete to Nada, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And some room to work. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Jacobs now, and able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they'll throw with Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 6-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Breeze. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? Yellow lady. 56. Watch the slant.
On 1st down, Swift. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Breeze now after the pick on the last drive. 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. Now a give right side. Swift. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. An update from down in Southern California. Early lead in that one for the Packers. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On the carry, it's Baldwin. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very...
Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. And he's going to go down again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jamie Collins in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And the return will stop right around the 25. First possession in the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Ready? Double waiting. 36.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
You're good.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Add one to...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, 78 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
You better be afraid of me. Hey, Mike 51.
Now Carr goes right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That good for 19 and a first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now with Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Mike 51, Mike 51. 93. Switch 93.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Davis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Breeze. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Breeze to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ricky. Check 29. 29. Five. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Breeze now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now Breeze to try again after the pick 6. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Breeze now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
At the 29-yard line.
6-18.
From the 29, Carr eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 16. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Breeze to throw. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play, you're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
What now? 6:37. Three down. This way, Chief.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check nickel. Shit.
Yo, Chief.
Shit.
Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Here we go, D.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.